Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. Just back with another quick video. I was watching this by the Canadian prepper, and he was doing this, or he did this video with this individual. Slakia. He was doing this video with this individual here on the right. You know, and this guy, I'm not even going to mention his name because, you know, for specific reasons. All right, you know, because I'm gonna just say this. They might come after this dude, man. Because this guy on the right, you know, he's a pretty high profile guy. And this guy, he just builds bunkers for a lot of billionaires and important people and stuff like that. And they even mentioned in this video how this whole video might get taken down. All right, because of just some of the information that he was bringing out. All right, and like I said, they might end up, you know, offing him. I don't know. I don't know, and I can care less. But nevertheless, like I said, this guy on the right, he builds bunkers for billionaires, you know, elite guys and stuff like that. All right, and in this particular clip of this video that I'm going to play, you know, because at the end of the day, the top wicked elites, you know, you have a lot of these guys that they put out there as the face, you know, the forerunners, guys like Bill Gates and Elon Musk, which those are nothing but lower illuminarians. All right, they're lesser, you know, illuminarians and whatnot. You know, the real top-notch guys are the ones that we don't see. All right, we don't really know about and whatnot. All right, but like I said, this guy, he builds these bunkers, you know, and this is not so coincidentally, you know, over the past few years and whatnot, you got a lot of these lower illuminarians that have been buying up these bunkers, you know, because people know that shit is getting ready to hit the fan. All right, and like I was saying, even the top wicked elites, all right, you know, they know there's going to be a nuclear destruction at the end of it. At the end of all this, they know there's going to be nuclear destruction. They know the nukes are going to fly eventually, and the mindset that they have, all right, which that's why I want to play this clip without jumping the gun, you know, because when the dust settles, these top wicked elites, they think that they're going to be the next guys, the next people to rule the new world to come when the dust settles. All right, so I can imagine as of right now, this guy on the right, you know, he's making pretty big bank because, like I said, a lot of guys, a lot of people, billionaires, multimillionaires, a lot of them are they're buying up these bunkers because, you know, they know some shit is getting ready to hit the fan. And on another note, before I play this clip, because they even referenced in this video, they referenced a scene from the movie, that movie 2012, right, where they had there was supposed to be some world, I haven't seen the movie since it came out, but there's supposed to be this there was this catastrophic worldwide event that was going to pretty much wipe out mankind. So they made these 3 arcs, right? And on these 3 arcs, these 3 massive arcs, right? Where you had all these important people, scientists or whatnot, all right? These important people, all right? Basically, in the movie, when it came down to it, these would be the people once the dust settled, so to say, and everything got back to normal and whatnot. Everyone that was on that ark, those arcs, all right, would basically be the ones to rule the new world to come while everyone else was being wiped out. All right, and again, that's the idea when it comes to these top wicked elites. All right, and all these lesser illuminarians. Again, when the dust settles, this is their idea. This is their picture. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play some of this video.
Miles away. I see the communist cameraman is snickering right now because maybe he doesn't believe you, but
he doesn't believe what?
No, I'm just saying because a lot of people would be,
I have friends that worked in that bunker.
Yeah, this will get a lot of eye rolls, right? Because it's been relegated to the realm of conspiracy.
It's not a conspiracy. Okay, go to the Denver airport. The New World Airport was paid for, like 7 countries chipped in. If the world ends, if the world is hit by a meteor, the world starts over again at the Denver airport. That is where it is. England, it was France, it was Germany, it was Canada, it was the USA, it was Japan, it was somebody else. They all chipped in and they built this. This is ground zero for the world to start over again. It's the Denver airport. It will house like 50,000 people. There's tunnels down there. You can get fighter jets with the wings popped. I mean, I've sat there and had hours-long conversation about what they did inside that. The people who worked on it that built it.
I believe you.
So like you said, if there was some type of world catastrophe event, all right, basically the plans of these wicked elites, top wicked elites, all right, is that they would pretty much shelter in place, all right, wait for the destruction to take place, to overpass, all right, and from there they would pretty much, as the phoenix rising from the ashes, be the ones to pop up and re-civilize and restructure, all right, and so on and so forth. That's the plans. That's what they think. That's their hopes, right?
I mean, you're a guy who's building bunkers for billionaires.
Yeah.
Some people are going to watch this. They're going to be like, "Who's this guy?" Right?
No, it's not.
He's the real deal. That's why I'm kind of intrigued.
They're either lying their ass off to me, and I know they're not.
Right.
But
wouldn't they be on a like? Would
of course they are, and they're not supposed to tell me this stuff. So I might be getting a call from the feds. Who is the person that told you this? But you know what? I mean, come on. I mean, there's so many people.
Well, I was going to say, the communist cameraman might think we're feeding him a line here, but I will say, in the past, they've disclosed, they've declassified bunkers built right underneath government buildings or, restaurants.
That's that bunker. That's not ground zero. This is
no. I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah.
To validate your point.
Yeah.
About how they do this, right?
Yeah.
In plain sight, because that would make perfect sense when you're building a huge stadium or something. Just kind of throw it under. Nobody's going to really, but they must though, because that would take. There would be a lot of people working on that that would have to keep their mouth shut.
They have a contingency plan. What's that movie where they all show up in those big giant ships that no one...
That's actually what I was just referencing. I thought it was earlier in the video, but yeah, he's talking about the movie 2012.
And then 3 ships get...
Sure, 2012.
Yeah, whatever that was. I mean, that's the contingency. The whole world was killed, except those people on those 3 ships.
But how do they
Denver
keep
bunker is the contingency plan for 50,000 people.
How do they keep it secret? All the construction workers working on it. One of them must...
before I get into these precepts, man, little do these duffers know. All right? Because I'm going to just say this. If these top wicked elites have any type of contingency plan as far as hiding out while the destruction is taking place in America, which we know there's, all type of bunkers throughout the 4 corners of the earth, Switzerland and just different places. But if they think ground zero is going to be here in America, well, I'm gonna just get this in Isaiah. All right. That's why I say, hey, to these devils, this is what they think. This is their contingency plan. All right. And that's why, again, when it comes down to it, man, you know, as I said, time in and time out, man, these top wicked elites, listen, the Lord is going to allow them to get only but so far. They're going to get pretty damn far. As far as, C-hipping, MOTBing, the mass majority of the world population, all right, and just their agendas in general, they're going to get very far. They're going to get pretty far. It's going to get to a point where Esau, I could just imagine, where it's just like, man, they're sitting down or whatever. All right. It's like, man, we did it. We got it. We finally did it. Right. As a matter of fact, before I get that, I'm going to get this in Proverbs. Because we should know where I'm about to go to this. But I'm going to say that for last. I'm going to get this in Proverbs 11. Oh, I'm sorry. Psalm 11. Psalm 11 and 6. It says, upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. So you see, man, just when they think they've gotten to a certain point, hey, the Lord's going to rain on their parade. What is he going to rain? He's going to rain fire and brimstone, those nuclear missiles. All right. Because Esau knows something's coming. He knows something's coming. He might not know what it is. He may know it's the nuclear missiles, but Esau, he knows something's coming. He knows it's coming. I'll say it like that. All right. And when it does come, again, he has these contingency plans. He thinks he's going to do this. He's going to hide out, let the destruction pass. And from there, when the dust settles, all right, we're going to rise from the ashes and we're going to rule the world. And okay, Esau. But I wanted to get this because if you think for a second that ground zero is going to be here in America, as far as hiding out in those bunkers, the destruction is over, right? It's said and done. And you're just going to rise and, Babylon's going to be ground zero. Well, listen, I'm going to read this in Isaiah 34. Because with that, like I just read in Psalm 11, all right, with that fire and brimstone, listen, there's going to be so many missiles. Listen, and you got to imagine the destruction that's going to take place from those fires, from those nuclear missiles, all right, because going back to the first death, which was the flood, all right, during the time of Noah. You look at the world map, right? Look at the world map. And you have the different continents and everything is separated. Well, at one point, all that was one. It was basically like, again, if you look at the world map, you can basically, if you could just picture in your mind, imagine how you could just, like a puzzle, just put it all together. It will form one landmass. All right. Everything was one. All right. And after that destruction, going back to the flood, that's what caused what we see as the world map today. All right. Where you have all the different continents and everything separated. That was back then. All right. And we know this destruction, the second death, which is going to come by the fire from those nukes, man. All right. It's going to be it's going to far outdo the first death. So you got to imagine, man, if the Lord, look at what the Lord did all those years ago. How much more the destruction that's going to take place come this second death. You got to imagine. All right. Because, hey, new land masses are going to be formed. New islands are going to be formed. Old land masses, old islands are going to be desecrated, done away with. New ones are going to be created. Listen, man, those missiles, just just a few of those nukes are going to do some damage, some serious damage, man. Imagine millions of them. All right, thousands, hundreds of thousands of them hitting the earth at once. You know, hey, that's going to do some damage. So if you think, all right, because Slaki, I wanted to make the point about how Slaki, it just slipped my mind, but you see, with the damage that's going to come from those nukes, all right, those missiles, you know, and for you to think that, man, because the scriptures talk about how the Lord has these devils deceived by their own pride, man. These devils are proud. They're proud, you know. They really think that they're so proud and so much that they think that they're going to be able to fight Yahushua when he comes back. You know, they're going to win. And again, when the dust settles, so to say, they're going to rise from that smoke. And I'm going to get this. Before I get this in Isaiah 34, I'm going to get this in Psalm chapter 2. Psalm chapter 2 verse, I'm going to start at 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Because listen, these devils, they really do take time out their day. You know, they come together in secrecy and, you know, listen, this is what we're going to do, all right? You know, because ain't no telling what the Lord be showing them, all right? And those telescopes, all right, those super advanced telescopes, you know. We see chariots from time to time and stuff like that. But listen, Esau, he's got technology. They can see. They be seeing shit, all right? They see shit. You know, a couple of years ago with the CERN, right? You know, they sent a message out and they got a message back. And guess what that message was? Going back to the book of Daniel. Yeah, they got the message to Kel. You know, that's what they got from that from that CERN. If you don't know what CERN is, look into that. You know, they actually sent something out and they got a message back. They got a response back. You know, so listen, Esau, the Lord be showing them stuff. You know, now it takes us, you know, it takes faith for us. But listen, Esau, the Lord be showing them stuff. They probably see the angels. They probably see the chariots in detail. They probably see inside the chariots. I won't be surprised if they see Yahushua himself. If they've seen Yahushua himself, I won't be surprised. You know, just speaking as a man, I won't be surprised. You know, they probably see the angels in detail, and they probably see it all. So they know something's coming. They know Yahushua's coming. So you best believe they come together and listen, this is what we're going to do. You know, right? They plotting, planning, right? It says, verse 4 is the point. It says, he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, and the Lord shall have them in derision. Because it's comical. You know, these devils really out here, you know, drinking baby blood and conjuring them demons and, you know, all type of stuff to plot against Yahweh Shem Shah. And the Lord's just laughing. Hell, the prophets are laughing. It's comical. It's funny. It's hilarious. You know? But going back to Isaiah 34, man. Isaiah 34 in verse 11. It says, but the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And this is talking about this is what's going to take place when the dust settles. Despite Esau, what he thinks is going to happen, this is what's actually going to take place when the dust settles. All right. And mainly here in America, because that's where a majority of those nukes, when they start flying, the majority of them are going to hit here in America. This is going to be ground zero for those nukes. America's going to be ground zero for a lot of those nukes. You talk about ground zero, right? And when the dust settles, you're not going to have anything but desert screech owls, satires, unclean animals, beasts. That's what this is, again, going into Isaiah 34 and 11. But the cormorant and the bittern shall possess it. The owl also and the raven shall dwell in it. And he shall stretch out upon it the line of confusion and the stones of emptiness. So that's the point, that line of confusion. You see, because in that day, you're not going to be able to, when the dust settles, you're not going to be able to tell, you know, oh, that used to be such and such, you know, Alabama from Georgia, Georgia from Florida. No, you're not going to be able to. No, America's just going to be one big desert. It's going to be one big landmass of just sand, unclean beast. You know, but these devils thinking that they're going to, you know, somehow when the dust settles, they're going to rise, you know, like the phoenix, right? But I'm gonna play some more to see what they say.
Slip up when they're drunk. Hey,
Well, they do slip up.
Is that what happened in your case?
Yeah, yeah. But mine was an engineer that developed systems in there, and a very smart person. And you got to understand, the Colorado School of Mines, okay, engineers is right there.
So that's pretty much the point. I'm going to go ahead and get this in Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, they're NWO, they're one world, you know. All right, because again, the Lord is going to allow them to get to a point. He's going to allow them to get but so far with it. All right, but it says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. You see, because, you know, hey, again, the Lord gave these elites the wisdom, technology to create those so-called weapons of mass destruction, but little do they know it's going to be for their own demise. You know, their own counsel can be used against them. Little do they know. Little do they know, right? It says, they meet with darkness in the daytime and group in the noonday as in the night. All right. So that was pretty much the point. Yeah, that was pretty much the point. There's another precept. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't quite grasp it, but that's pretty much the point. All right. Because the point, again, being in Job chapter 5, verse 12 again, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right, so, you know, everything outside of the will of Yahweh Shema Shai, it's not going to come to pass for these elites. You know, believe it or not, for the most part, the Lord is with a lot of, I'll say, a handful of what the elites, you know, and their goals and agendas. The Lord is with it because it lines up with his will. But everything else outside of that, you know, the Lord is always throwing a monkey wrench into their plans because, hey, it's not of the Lord. You know, like I said, when the nukes fly, when they hit, and when the dust settles, Esau thinks he's going to rise from the ashes, and, you know, from there he's going to rule. And no, man, that's outside of the will of the Lord. That's not going to come to pass. All right, because when the dust settles, pursuing the revelation, all right, New Jerusalem coming down, because as this is taking place, the elect are going to get beamed up. All right, you know, and when the dust settles, the elect are going to get beamed down. And from there, the real new world, all right, is going to start. You know, the age of a new era, man, is going to start. The real age of an era is going to start. But it's going to be spearheaded by Yahweh Shai and those elect men. This is going to be the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be established. All right. But nevertheless, Lord, willing, this was edifying. All praises to Yahweh Shema Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.